So the situation is not good. I don't think I'm getting out of here unless somebody comes down with a rig that has what it takes to pull me out. I zoomed in. I'm up past my front axle in the front. I tried digging out, but the pot was breaking. I don't have a shovel. I'm an idiot. The rear diff is also sunk. It's not as bad. It makes me wish I had recovery points on the rear, because that would be probably the easier way out. I did put the high lift jack right here on the back, and I was able to lift the Jeep up quite a bit because I was digging and it was just sinking. So I lifted it up. I put a bunch of wood under there, some of my firewood, which probably wasn't the smartest, but I thought didn't have much choice, and it's okay. I've got a full tank of gas. I've got a heater in the Jeep. I can sleep here. I've got food. I'm fine, but my damn Jeep is stuck bad. Yeah, I tried to stuff stuff under the tires, and then I tried to create a track that would keep it off the ground, but after about an hour's worth of work, and then I lowered it down onto this stuff and tried to back up, it just didn't move. The tires are just sliding. There are no winch points. Again, the only winch point where I tried to winch onto was that rock, and it just pulled right out of the ground. It was pulling it toward me rather than pulling my Jeep out. There's nothing to winch onto. I tried to get to that rock, but my winch is bound up, so it'll only go out to about that little rock right in the center. I was going to try to latch onto that rock way out there. I also have a strap designed to yank the Jeep out, and if somebody shows up and all they have is a hitch, that's probably what I'll see if we can use. Try to yank it out. I'd prefer a slow pull. I do have a really burly bumper on the front, so if we can get somebody up here, I can meet them halfway with a winch if we have to, or we can hook right up to the shackles and try to pull. And I think it'll go. Once I get moving, I think I could kind of snow plow through this stuff, especially if they have a winch. I think we can pull right through. I slept in there last night. Tried to sleep in the front seat, didn't work out so well. Climbed in the back and just laid on top of all my camping stuff. Last night, after I got stuck, I tried to winch out, and then I started kind of trying to dig and formulate a plan, and then it just rained and rained and rained until it was well past dark, and then it stopped raining for a bit, and then it started raining again. So I just went to sleep and figured I'd dig out in the morning. Well, digging out is not going well. The more I dig, the more it sinks if I get anywhere near the diffs. Now I hear something. It's an airplane. I keep hearing things and thinking, it's a vehicle. I'm saved. But it's not. I've been here since about 5 o'clock last night, 14 hours ago, I think. Actually more like 4:30, whatever. It's probably 7 in the morning right now on Saturday. I did let my family know the route I was taking, but I told them, don't worry about me unless you haven't heard from me by Tuesday. I can't imagine there won't be people coming down this trail. If they're going out, I have little notes, numbers, coordinates, and all that information on it. And I'm going to ask that they post to a Facebook page, Colorado 4x4 Rescue and Recovery. They come out and rescue people, and it's an awesome thing. I've actually considered going out on rescues with them. Not that I've got much, but that bumper and winch in the front could help, but whatever. Yeah, I just keep having visions of a big Jeep coming down the hill. Big Jeep or 3 with winches and shovels and everything. It's not happening. 2 vehicles have driven by in the last 14 hours, and they were one group man and a woman, and the lady tried to winch me out with her 6x6, but I didn't want her to hurt her machine because of my stupidity, so we stopped. She parked right there, hooked up to mine. Tried to yank a little bit too. It almost budged, but man, I was so worried that it was going to mess up her 6x6. I told her to stop. And that is the situation. Tons of food. Plenty. Plus I've got a bunch of Mountain House freeze-dried stuff. I've got water source over there. I've got water purification, a pump, and then I've got a Life Straw. I've got a whole case of water in the back, clean water for drinking. I'm covered in mud. Got my waders on. So every time I get in and out of the Jeep, I'm covering it in mud. I mean, I really don't care at this point. But if I have to sleep in it another night, I want to keep it somewhat clean. Got a book, but I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm seriously just stuck here. And I don't have much choice but to wait and just hope that I can either get some help or get the message out that I'm stuck here, and hopefully that group will send some people up here to pull me out. It's beautiful up here. A little pond over there. I did find a fire pit right over there. There's a fire pit somewhere over there. But I threw my firewood, or put my firewood under the tires, hoping that when I took it off the jack, the Jeep wouldn't just sink, but it just sunk anyway. So I don't know what to do other than wait. I don't know if I really have much choice in the matter right now. So I'm going to hang out. Not really hungry. I don't think I'm going to set up a camp unless it starts getting late again. Then I'll probably set up a tent, because sleeping in the Jeep was interesting last night. Not very comfortable. I just sort of piled on top. Back of my Jeep is all disheveled and screwed up because I just crawled on top. I've been digging through looking for stuff to dig with, anything that might help me, but I'm not finding it. So, rules broken. Went four-wheeling alone, but I did not necessarily know this was a four-wheel trail when I started. I mean, I guess there was a sign at the beginning, but I had already gone so far out of the way of the normal way up that isn't four-wheeling, that, I just went for it. It really wasn't that bad. There were some kind of sketchy spots. It's not a terrible trail. I actually, believe it or not, I'd like to take this way again next year, but I will be with friends. I won't go this way alone again. But this mud bog, I picked a bad line. It was either go through that big pool over there, cut through, but when I went, I just started coming around this way, and that looked shallow and it looked good, and it was. I just went right through it, and then I went right through that. That is much deeper than it looks, and I was going a little quick, trying to keep some speed through the mud. That had a lip on it. It popped my front wheel up, and I sort of lost a little bit of momentum, and then I hit this and just ground to a halt right here. And that's how I ended up where I am. It's a mess back there. See, I've got that ARB strap. If someone can yank me, we can do it that way. Got all sorts of camping gear. But there's really, I don't know what I can do. If it comes down to it, even if, I don't know if I'm ready to take a ride out of here yet, I'm really willing to hang out, even if it's for a couple of days, to be honest, until someone with a rig that can pull me out comes by. And hopefully, if they come by, they are also willing to help. I'd imagine they are. I think most guys who put winches and all that crap on their Jeeps, like me, are generally willing to help. If not, I think it's just human nature. And then on top of that, I know that